Hello and welcome to the pre-orientation presentation for iAcademy Global. The end in mind for this is to help you guys feel prepared to becoming an independent virtual learner. This video is so important because not only does it give you some really important things to know before you come to orientation, it also really does some pre-teaching about things that you guys are going to utilize every single day. So grab a notebook, grab something to write with, take notes as we walk you through what it means to be prepared to be an independent virtual learner. So we have a few buzzwords that we're going to be utilizing throughout this video and also throughout presentation that we want you to kind of get used to and get comfortable with. So let's talk about some of those now. The first thing is Connexus. Connexus is where all of our content lives. You can see our iAcademy logo here, and those of you who got the welcome letter know your username and your password already to log into Connexus. I want you to think of this login page like you would the front door of a brick and mortar school building. When you press sign in to Connexus here, that's like walking in to iAcademy Global. Here is where you will find all of your courses and all of the fun tools that we have for you to help you really grow as a learner. The first thing that you're going to see is your dashboard. Now don't worry, this is my dashboard. I have a lot more classes than what you will, but you can see that each one of these tiles is individualized for a different class. You'll be able to see that that tile represents not only the course itself, but also the personality of the teacher who's taking it. So just like in a brick and mortar school, when you walk into a different classroom, you see the different styles or decorations or ways of doing things that a teacher has. The same is true here at your dashboard. I want you to specifically pay attention to the left-hand navigation menu that's right here. This is the house for so many different things. It's where you find your coursework. It's where you find your grades. It's where you see your announcements. It's where you look at your calendar. And it's where you go to your live lessons. This is going to be what you guys see every single day. So I just said the word live lessons. Live lessons is something that is such a unique piece of iAcademy that we teachers adore. Here we have the ability to really grow that virtual community, to connect with your learners, to collaborate between learners and between student and teacher. Live lessons are something that we can share screens, see each other face to face, share mics, share videos, talk, chat, share web links, and really just grow your learners. Live lessons not only grow our virtual community, but they grow those personal connections as well. And this is something that we're going to talk more about when you guys come to your official orientation. One of the biggest questions that we get about virtual learning is, do you miss seeing your kids face to face? And with the beautiful tools that we have and the schedules that we set up with you and your family, you can see here that we do get to see each other face to face. We get to do authentic learning and we're not bound by location. In this particular classroom, I have kids not only all over the state of Michigan, but also even in different countries who are Michigan residents learning with us, attending live lessons with their peers, so they're still feeling a part of the class. This is the power of technology. So what are we doing? We're harnessing that and improving our connection regardless of location, learning at any place altogether. In live lessons and when we meet face to face virtually, we talk about those expectations that we have. You know, what is the etiquette? How do we communicate with one another? So yes, academics are a part of it, but the whole child learning and the life learning skills are a huge part of it as well. So another buzzword you're going to hear often is Zoom or Zoom Room. This is the program that we use to connect and collaborate with one another. Here we can chat with each other all throughout the day, both student to teacher and teacher to student. This is where we'll start our live lessons through. This is where kiddos will be able to reach us during our school days whenever they need to. This tool is so powerful. We can share screens, share videos, share learning with one another. Another thing that you see here on the page are all of our teachers' virtual selves. We have a presence, obviously in person, but we also have a presence virtually. So when we're not using Zoom or when we're not in the live lesson, you might see some of these virtual teaching faces sprinkled throughout the curriculum, inside of your students' feedback, inside of a badge that your student might receive. All of these are us teachers virtually. We want kids to know as they're going through curriculum that yes, they go to a virtual school, but they are real humans working with real humans. And so our faces, whether real faces or virtual faces, are going to be present. Can you tell which one of these is me? Zoom is on the cutting edge of collaborative tools, specifically when it comes to education. It has a strong bandwidth. The app is available on your students' devices and it will open automatically when your student signs in, so we're able to know when they are available for conferencing or for chatting. But there's also a mobile app to it as well if you guys want to have this on multiple devices. The bandwidth is huge. It's strong, it can do a lot of things and doesn't take up a lot of space, and we are so excited to grow in our communication through this tool. Zoom is the avenue in which we are really going to inspire virtual connection and a virtual community. It's the same as what we have this year. Breakout rooms to work one-on-one or to work with small groups. We can share screens, tablets, iPhone screens even, whiteboard function. We can draw and we can connect where we can reach out to students and students can reach out to us. And so there's that ability for easy two-way communication that we just get really amped about. One of the biggest things that we have seen that has really helped grow our independent virtual learners is having an intentional learning space that fits you as a learner and your family. We have a Pinterest board that we're going to share with you guys that has tons of at-home learning ideas, but us teachers are doing this too. We are intentional about creating the space in which we teach you guys from, and we want you to do the same as far as learning is concerned. You should have in your learning space your course materials and the supplies that you need to do your learning. This space should be intentional and set up to meet your learning needs. That means not learning from laying on your bed or laying in the middle of the, living room with 100 different things going on. We really recommend a tabletop of some sort, even if that's a lap desk. And in your learning space, you should have room for your notebooks or your learning materials, your device, and then some sort of planner so that you can help yourself keep on track. Just as important as planning your learning space is planning your learning time. There are so many options available to you when it comes to planning what works best for you and your family to know what you need to do each day. Some families have huge whiteboard calendars and they check off the things that they need to do. They plan for the week, and as they accomplish things throughout the week, they check them off as a family. Some folks prefer a handheld, handwritten planner that they can really plan their time around. And then there's 1,000 other options in between. Your planner is going to be essential for you to not only stay on track, but keep on track and continue to grow as an independent learner. Your calendar function in Connexus will be able to give you what you need to know for the day, and that can go in whatever planner you wish. We are so excited to be intentional about finding a planning avenue that is just right for you guys. So what should each day look like? Because we're learning from different places, we have different learning styles. Well, here are the 4 basics for you. Every day you should read your emails and announcements. That's just important to know if things change or cool options pop up. Every day you should create that to-do list, whether it's in your planner or somewhere else, for what you need to accomplish for that day. Guys, there's such gratification of checking something that you worked so hard on off of your list. We set our courses up for every class to be about an hour's worth of work a day. So you guys have 6 classes at least, which means you should be working on average about 6 hours a day on coursework. Now that's give or take. Some days it might take an hour and a half to get through an ELA lesson. Some days it might take 45 minutes. But we really recommend about an hour. And us teachers set up your work for the day to be just about that, an hour's worth of work. And just like I said before, when you guys guys have live lessons, attend them. There's so much good that happens there, so much growth that happens there. Those are your 4 basics of what your days should look like. The rest, you guys get to decide what works best for you and your family in order to continue to maintain that school and learning is your #1 priority. Now, I would love to say that we never have any tech issues, but we're working with technology and they're bound to happen. But don't worry, help is on the way. Your #1 resource is our help desk support. We partner with a company that is full of experts in tech and tech issues, and we have made it so easy for you guys. There's an icon on your desktop that you'll get to see when you come to orientation. All you need to do is double click on that icon and you get to fill out a tech ticket. We also have a tech center here on campus, so if you are somebody that decides to come on campus, you can work with them when you come here also, but definitely that tech ticket is your #1 source for getting the support that you need. Sometimes all they have to do is tell you over the phone to click something that we just didn't know existed, or sometimes they can even proxy into your device and fix it for you there. Communicate any disruptions in learning due to tech issues with us so we know that you're having issues. You're going to see a trend here, and that's in the word communication. Communication is key. It is vital, and it is the utmost importance to maintain in order to have a positive virtual learning experience. You're going to see when you get your device that there's going to be a green V or a green check mark for Vector that says Help Desk Support. That's the icon you'll click on to submit your virtual tech ticket. Once you get there, it will bring you to a URL page, www.vectortechgroup.com/support. If I were you, I would pause this video right now, write that URL on a sticky, and put it somewhere safe, just in case your tech issues are so big you can't even get to your kid's desktop. This is a web-based tech ticket program, so it can be accessed from anywhere that there's internet. Here you're going to give the information necessary in order for our tech company to help you best. Tell the name of your affected user, that's your student, the email of your affected user, your student email, and then your parent's email is the alternative email, and then the phone number. That's your phone number that our tech group can contact you to help problem solve ASAP. Here is where you're going to kind of diagnose what's going on, and the more information you can provide our tech company, the better. Here they can really know what their triage plan is for your tech issue. Here you can also talk about the severity of that, and because it is a web-based program, we need to make sure you're not a robot, so you will have a simple math problem to do in order to fully submit and verify that you are a human with a real problem. Tech problem, that is. One of the biggest things we want you to walk away from this presentation with is knowing that you are in charge of your learning. You have the ability to be an advocate for your learner and your learning. When you have a question, ask. We have talked about boatloads of tools and options that you have to talk to us. And like I said, communication is that thing that's woven through everything that we do, because that is the differentiator for having the positive experience where all of us are on the same page. Advocate for your learning. Parents, this one is for you. You too have a parent account through Connexus. You'll log in with your first name dot last name, and the password for right now is hashtag iCademy18 with a capital C. You can change that when you get in if you wish. When you go to click sign in, you're going to have 2 different options. You can see the student view or the parent or observer view. In the student view, you can basically see everything from the view of your student. The parent observer view has a few different options, but you can see everything your student sees with a little bit more. This is going to be how you and your child keep up with what's going on, what your kiddo needs to do, how they're doing. And we really hope that this inspires some awesome family conversations as far as the academic health of your learner. When you log in, parents, you too will have a dashboard that you see your child's courses. If you have more than one student, you'll have the ability to toggle between multiple students here. You'll be able to see almost like a news feed of recent activity of your learners, when they turned something in, when they got an assignment feedback, when an announcement was given out. You're going to see the announcement feed here on the left-hand menu, and you're going to see the to-do list. What I love about this to-do list is that, as you can see here, when your child has an assignment that's past due, you can see it right here. You can see that it's past due, and you can see when it was due. Again, that can inspire some really awesome conversations for you and your learner at home. We teachers here at iAcademy Global are so passionate about the individual feedback that we are able to give our learners. We spend tons of time making sure that not only the feedback is applicable to your learner, but it's useful to help your learner continue to grow. There are a couple of different ways that you can see your learner's feedback. One is in that news feed form like I was just talking to you about. You can see Melissa Zorhoff has updated a score in Language Arts 6. You can see this icon here, okay? This icon, anytime you see that next to a score or an assignment that your kiddo has, shows that there's a speech bubble there. The teacher has something to say that they want to share with you. Click on this. Trust me, there is such good stuff here, and us teachers put so much time and energy into it because it's almost like having a conversation with your students specific to that assignment right then and there. When you click on that speech bubble, you'll be able to see the assignment, the score that that assignment has, when it was due, and then what your teacher said to your student. This is where you're going to see those virtual teacher faces that I was talking with you about. You might see some GIFs, some videos. Sometimes we have video feedback that we're able to send to you guys. All of it, though, is good, and we highly recommend walking through this with you and your learners so that you can kind of see what us teachers are talking about when it comes to what your kiddo is learning. Progress tracking. Boy, oh boy. Remember how I said that that left-hand navigation menu is your best friend? You can kind of see this speed dial here, right? And when you click on the speed dial, you get a breakdown of your kid's course. You can see every single assignment that they have, when it was due, if it's red, it's late, what score they got on that assignment, and whether or not there's feedback that goes with it. Tracking your child's progress is at your fingertips. We work our buns off to make sure that grading is up to date so you guys can get up-to-date progress on your learner anytime you log into your Connexus account. We recommend checking this on a regular basis so that you are constantly up to date with where your child is in each of his or her classes. Something that virtual schools have that I am just so excited about is this ability to track activity. So the grades tab in that progress bar that we were just talking about is where we just were. Now we are in the activity tab. The activity tab is unique because for every single course, right now I'm in Science 6A, it says up here, you can see a running total of minutes and hours that your child has logged into that course, but then this is the fun part. For every single day that your child is in a course, you get a breakdown to the second of what they were doing and where they were doing it. How long were they in each individual activity? This is a great place for you guys to see time investment. You know, are we rushing through assignments or are we taking too long for your learner? Both of those things can inspire awesome conversation at home. The activity breakdown is where we look often to make sure that your child's learning is on track. We are so thankful for you to be on this journey with us. We are so excited to see you at our on-site orientation. Go ahead and make sure that you're feeling comfortable with this video. Watch it a couple of times if you have to, and you guys have an assignment connected to this video that you're going to need to turn in before you head to orientation. Thank you for listening, and as always, let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for being a part of the iAcademy family, where we are passionate about personal connection and building a virtual community.